Yeah. Good morning once again from Ghana. TBC community all over the world. I greet you people. This day your good friend Michael Dmankachis Obonia by name. TBC email dmankachis@gmail.com. TBC name Dmankachis. We are here live again. On another set of broadcasts. I have some little topic to discuss today, which so many people seems to be neglecting, which is equally very, very important in TBC community. It's part of the things that are very, very important. If you don't know it, you might be going against the TBC rule. If you don't know it, you might be, disorganizing TBC standard and way of conduct and agreement precisely. And one of the things I want to talk about today is TBC integrity and the value of the broadcasters or broadcast in TBC community. Integrity or TBC integrity. This TBC integrity are just TBC rules. The rules that govern TBC. Some of the standards that have been set in TBC in order to make TBC valued within and outside TBC community. And one of these rules that we'll be talking about today is basically on the transaction system or aspect. Transaction aspect in TBC. That is one of the integrity we want to look at today. Because if you don't know how to do the transactions in TBC, you might end up losing your wallet, losing your coins, getting into trouble in TBC with the TBC commissioner, and at the end you will lose your wallet. Because for you to be a vibrant TBC community member, you ought to know some of these rules. So for you to have an active send button doesn't give you room for machine gun transactions or anyhow transaction that you like. No. There are precautions, there are rules, there are guidelines so that the TBC coins will retain its value and the TBC name generally as a community will retain its standard and uniqueness in the world. But before I continue, for the sake of the people out there who doesn't know the meaning of TBC and who are too new to the world of cryptocurrency, maybe their first encounter in cryptocurrency might be the TBC coins. The word TBC simply means the billion coin. It is the first abundant cryptocurrency. It's a private community. That makes it different. It's a cryptocurrency like every other one, but it's a private community in the sense that it is not being managed by the market cap. Rather, it is being appreciated by the TBC agreement. One of the TBC agreement that states that TBC grows. The growth of TBC or the appreciation of TBC comes by the number of people that gets into it day by day. That's the difference. Why every other cryptocurrency are market capitalizations. So the market determines its fall and rising of values. But TBC doesn't fall. Rather, it keeps on growing. And the vision of TBC is to eradicate poverty. The vision of TBC is for poverty eradication. That is the vision of TBC. Poverty eradication. To give back man his financial strength back again, so that their vision as a man, as an individual, can begin to contribute, can begin to be realized, and makes the community of mankind viable again the way it's supposed to be, move forward with different visions of fulfillment. So that is the vision of TBC. And currently, we have just migrated to one of the fastest blockchain that move very quickly in transactions. So, and that is why it's very imperative to talk about this integrity in the TBC which deals on this transaction. And if you come to TBC as a new person in TBC, we have a lot of people in TBC. We have the TBC admin. We have cadres, let me put it, the cadres of TBC, the TBC admin, the voice of TBC, which is by name Bitcoin Randy. We have the top 10 TBC. We have the country presidents. Then we have the broadcasters. We have the Sembo team meetings, leadership, and we have the basic TBC. Every other TBC in general falls under the basic. But one of the leading top group in TBC is the broadcasters. So I entreat all of you who are new, who wants to join the TBC community, when you come in, please join the broadcasters. Just the same thing that I am doing right here. Because they are the soldiers of TBC. Yes, they are the strong soldiers of TBC. So let's go quickly. I want to go to my wallet so that let's demonstrate this transaction. I want to go into my wallet so that we can demonstrate. Sorry, my screen is small. I'm using my phone. Okay, right now I want to do some transactions how it's supposed to be. You don't do a machine gun transaction. This is part of the integrity of TBC. Before I continue, coming to the transaction in TBC, there are rules, like I said. There are minimum transaction you can do at once. There are minimum transaction you can do per day. There are minimum transaction you can do at any period of time. So once you go above these transactions, you are likely to be contacted. Not likely, you must be contacted by the TBC commissioner. You have to bring the proofs that will show you are not discounting. For instance, when you do one transaction that is up to $1,000 and above, you are going to receive a query, a letter, a PM from TBC commissioner. What is going on? We want to know how credible your transactions. And you have to answer them. You have to bring a proof. What shows that you are not discounting? It's just for a checkmate balance. Then, but if you do a transaction that is up to $5,000 and above in a day, you'll be contacted by TBC commissioner to bring a proof that shows equal balance of the TBC coins that you are spending. $5,000 in a day. You have to show a proof. Then another one is that if you do a transaction up to $100,000 plus at any moment in time, this one, the TBC commissioner will not contact you. They will instantly take off your send button. They will mute your send button until you respond to them, show them great evidence of what you have just done, to show you are not discounting. All these things are done in order to withhold the value of TBC currency, because TBC is a real coin. Therefore, invariably, you can do a transaction in a day 4,099 single differently. Nobody will contact you. But once it's up to 5,000, you need to be showed approved. Therefore, you can do a transaction $100, $200, $400, $800, $900. You have no problem. You cannot be contacted. But once you start doing a transaction 1,000 per one sending, you must be contacted. These are measures. These are checkmate measures to maintain the integrity of TBC, to maintain the value of our coins, to make sure no one is discounting, to make sure no one is going against the rule of TBC community. And again, another integrity in the TBC community, you don't do machine gun transaction, which what I will show you. When once you do one transaction, you have to wait until it confirms. When it confirms, you can now do another transaction. For instance, I want to make a transaction to this particular account. And for people who don't know how it's been arranged, you see, here you have your kringles. You can change it, whether in TBC, you can change it either in TBC, in kringle, in USD or Euro, but it's preferably you leave it on kringles. Here is the home page. After doing your transaction, when you tap here, you can come back. Here you want to do a transaction, you tap to it. It will bring you a dialog box where you will fill both the recipient, as you can see, the kringle cash. Remember, it is equally written. Transaction larger than $1,000 will be reported to the TBC commissioner. It is inscribed inside it. Then this one is a logout when you want to go out. I'm just explaining the background of our transaction zone. Now I want to do a transaction. First of all, you put in the recipient wallet address. Now I want to change it. I'm doing my transactions in USD, in dollars. You see, amount will automatically be converted to kringles. I put it in USD or in dollars. If you want to do in kringles, that means you have to go by 0.0000 point. But now I am doing in USD, so I want to send $500. $500. You see the amount in kringles is 62. I am sending. He said invalid recipient, meaning the recipient ID is not correct. I'm coming. I want to do a confirmation of the wallet address. I want to pick up a valid wallet address so that I can use it for the transaction. It seems I didn't pick it up correctly. trying to pick a correct wallet address so that I can use it as an example for this transaction. Okay, back on my wallet. Yes, I have picked up another. Remember to put the currency you want to send. I put in 500 and I want to send. You see, it has gone. Transaction successfully queued. This simple means the transaction has gone. But you have to wait. Go back to home. You have to wait and see to that transaction. It has not appeared. These are the former transactions. Yes, the transaction has arrived. Yes, this is the particular transaction I've just done to this wallet. It has reflected latest transaction. When you see latest transaction, it means the transaction has gone. You can do another one. But when you see transaction pending, you don't need to do another one. Like now, I can do another one. There will be no problem, and it will not be a machine gun. So this is the little patience you have to wait and see to that transaction. That is one of the integrity of the TBC. So I can still do another transaction. Sorry, my phone is not much. Remember to change. It's preferable to use US dollars. Because it will convert automatically. You can now send. It's a queued. When it's written this queued, it simply means the transaction has gone. So you have to go back to home. You have to return to home and see. You see, pending. Yes. It has gone, but it's still pending. It has not. When it arrives, when it goes successfully, it will stop writing pending. This latest transaction will come up. So this is the one I have just done. Right now, this is the ones I did before. So by this little patience and waiting, you avoid machine gun transaction. You will avoid machine gun transaction, which is part of the things that the TBC is against of. So this is the integrity of TBC. You don't do multiple transactions at a go. Allow each one to reflect complete latest transaction. But once you see latest transaction, it means it has gone. It doesn't take time. How many minutes? We are done. Because the more the machine gun transaction you are doing, the more the backlogs you are creating. And by that, it's causing a lot of harms if it's not properly cleared. So take note, all the people doing transaction. Remember, I'll go back again to recap. 1,000 transactions at a go. You'll be contacted by TBC commissioner to prove for 1,000 transactions per one transaction up to $1,000 and above. You'll be contacted so that you bring your proofs. Per 5,000 transactions in a day and above. In a day, you have up to 5,000 transactions and above. You equally be contacted for a checkmate purpose. But $100,000 transaction at any time at once, your same button will be muted immediately. So that now you have to contact TBC commissioners and explain to them, give them a valid proofs that you are not discounting. Otherwise, you can do any transaction valid in selling, whether building, whatever, whether any amount, but with your proofs to show the TBC commissioner, oh, I am still in line with the rules and integrity of TBC. I am not discounting. I am still in line. So this is where we will wrap up the integrity of TBC. This is where we will wrap up integrity of TBC. And by that, I'm logging out from my wallet. I guess anybody who watched this video, at least if you've not, you will know how to do TBC transactions, the rules that are involved in TBC transactions. Now I want to go into the value of broadcast. The value of broadcast I'm talking about is on the 5,000% bonus that is going on. If you're a broadcaster, you are on a high side. Let me say this. TBC broadcasters are the main TBC armies. They are the ones who defend TBC publicly, who let people know what is TBC anywhere they are. So the admin has defined a better way or a strategic way to make sure that he helps them or she helps them properly, because they are the armies of TBC. They are the ones standing in the forefront to let people know about TBC, or for people to understand what TBC is all about. It comes from the broadcasters. And if you can see the reward, if you can see by the reward the way it is going, it simply means that it's encouraging every person to be a broadcaster, because through the broadcaster we sell the value of TBC, we sell the name TBC to the whole world. We let them know what we are doing in TBC, how we go about TBC. Our TBC, the billion coin, are meant to be achieved through them. It's like when you don't tell people what you do and where you are, people won't know what you do and where you are. And you can easily be misquoted. You can easily be rubbed off from the surface of the earth. But when you tell people what you do, where you stay, how you do that, people can confidently come to you, positioned through the broadcasters. And that is why you see, I'm going to show you once more. That is why you see the reward of the broadcasters is too much. The broadcaster reward. Please, I want to minimize my camera for now so that we can see properly what is here. I want to minimize it more so that you can see what is here. Broadcasters cookies reward. The value of broadcast. You can see the gift that is being given here. If you were a broadcaster, when you broadcast, you have a broadcaster's reward. Differently, when you go to your Kringle back office, from same button, you tap the same button, there will be a drop down box. There you will see broadcaster's reward. You go there and input your like after this one, I'll go there and put my link. When it is approved, you get your broadcast reward. Apart from it, when it is approved, if you buy one Kringle, $100 Kringles, look at what you get as a broadcaster. You will get 100 million Kringles or Kiki rewards, which is equivalent to 1 TBC. But if you are a basic, you are not participating in broadcast, fine. If you buy, you only get 100,000. You get 100,000. You see the margin. You are having just 100,000 TBC. Why a broadcaster is having 100 million TBC, which is one full TBC. And you see, if you're a broadcaster, you attend somebody meeting, you will just get 1 million cookies reward. But when you're a basic, you just get 1,000. You see the margin. And when you have a referral, 100 referral, if you have 100 referrals, these ones are the same. So a broadcast reward, yes, you have 1 million cookies. But once you're a broadcaster, you have 1 million cookies. So you see the rate at which it grows. Broadcaster. Because the value of the kringles you will get, the abundance in TBC, let me say the abundance in TBC is in broadcasters. The abundance in TBC, is in broadcasting. Because this is where majority of the abundance are being shared. When you broadcast, like this my video, I will have 1 million cookies already. I will have, then if I buy like $1,000, you know what it means? If I buy 100, I will have 1 TBC. So imagine 10 of it is 10 TBC. What a marvel. Apart from it, if you refer somebody, you equally have some amount in it. Apart from it, you are positioning yourself as a TBC community agent, because people will contact you, people will contact TBC community through you. Therefore, you are not a bench warmer. And if we go further in this, okay, look at the 500 bonus we are talking about. It will just end by next week. August 21st, it will end by next week. This one will end by next week. Maybe they will bring another one. Maybe they will bring another one. And it is through this broadcast, and last video I talked about this. It is through the broadcasters we are going to achieve this. Look at this. It's talking about massive campaign that is coming up soon. Let me minimize my this so that you can see very well. Massive TBC depends on the number of TBC members community. My battery is getting low. So what am I saying? I want to encourage every TBC member to join the broadcasting team. It will always help you. It will always bless you. This is where we have the major task. This is where we have the major task in TBC. Join the broadcasting team so that we can be able to do better. We can be able to meet up with the name, the billion coins. I said in my last broadcast, I said the beauty of TBC lies on this, the billion. Until we reach 1 billion, the major beauty of TBC has not started showing. Anything we are enjoying today or seeing now is just a little thing compared to what we will have or what we will be enjoying when we reach this 1 billion. Because when we reach this 1 billion, the banks we are talking about will be looking for us. Everything will start working accordingly and going smoothly. The merchants we are looking for, they will be queuing. And when we reach this 1 billion, we will have more stronger force to contend whatever that will come against us. Because globally, any institution that is up to 1 billion, they are not small. They will have more pressures. They will have more abundance. They will have more ground. So the ground and blessings, full value of TBC will start